In today's video, we'll cover the best pro crosshair settings you should change to improve your aim. Also, if you're trying to copy the crosshairs, I have the codes in the description below. Starting with the first pro crosshair is Tenz. Tenz utilizes the 1422 in CYAN with no outline. Tenz crosshair is a great starting point as it resembles a default crosshair and, as most like to call it, reliable. I used this crosshair for about 6 months when the game first released, and I really enjoyed the crosshair as it helped me learn crosshair placement as well as give me a default vibe of the crosshairs. On to Cloud9 Ye. El Diablo has been dominating the pro scene this past year. He utilizes the 1420 in white as it has no center gap but allows him to use the outer lines of the crosshair to better line up headshots. I used this crosshair for a little bit and I found it very consistent, but for my eyes, I need a center gap as I tend to get lost without it. The third popular streamer / ex-pro player is Sinatra. Many players enjoy using this crosshair as they find it easily visible for them. The settings Sinatra uses are 1313 in CYAN with outlines on. The crosshair has a slightly bigger gap and low thickness on the outside links, allowing the players to see the center of the crosshair while lining the outer lines around the enemy heads. The crosshair is best suited for players who like to spray with the Phantom, but could take some getting used to when using the Vandal for crisp one-taps. If you made it to this part of the video, comment Team Potato Aim. The fourth crosshair is from the young prodigy himself, 100 Thieves Asuna. Asuna's cracked aim also comes from his crosshair, and the settings he uses are 1213 with outlines on in white. Asuna is known for his crazy spray transfers and flicks, which his crosshair helps play a big part in. The large center gap benefits players who spray, but his outlines are enabled and the length is set to 2 on the outside so he can easily track and flick onto multiple enemies in tight situations. I know many players who will die by this crosshair, but personally for me it's a little bit too small to keep track of, but a lot of people like it, but you should test it out in case you like it yourself. Dot crosshair is a very popular crosshair in the Vandal community, and players who rock the dot crosshairs are looking to take duels favoring headshots as the dot crosshair is the perfect size for those aiming at head level. Many pro players who use this crosshair are Scream, Aspas, Peric, and more. The settings for this crosshair is 1220, and many players like this crosshair in the colors CYAN. The exact code will be in the description in case you want to copy that. My favorite crosshair is a mix between Tenz and C9 Leaf's crosshair. The settings I use are 1423 with outlines on and in white. But the interesting part about my crosshair is when you go to aim down sights with the weapon, it turns into the dot crosshair to make more precise shots. Another great thing is when using a sniper scope, it turns the dot into a green crosshair at 1.25 thickness, allowing for easier tracking when sniping. This crosshair is the most consistent for my playstyle, as I've been using this crosshair non-stop for the past year with a high headshot percentage and consistent aim at all ranges. If you want to copy this crosshair, I have the code down below. Also, if you're looking to improve at the game, click on this video for more tips. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and leave a comment on which crosshair is the best. Anyways, Tru Fade signing out. Peace.